Oh well, the grumpy guy wasn't there today, thank God. It was just the girls serving, so that was good. Didn't have to put up with his BS, and got the order in. I just actually pointed to what I wanted this time. I wasn't going to take any chances, so I got the right one, and she was quite nice. So yeah, I'm pretty tired today too. I had a terrible night's sleep. I don't know why. So I have to hopefully catch up with, have a nap with Savo, because I've got the intonations due tonight. Not that I want to be a particularly long night anyway. So I'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got myself the big banh mi. It's a 40,000 one because it's got a lot more barbecue pork in it. The standard one's 27,000 with pork. The Oppla's quite a cheap option. It's only 15, but you got meat in the equation. Of course, the price goes up. But I still have Oppla's occasionally. I'm just mixing it about a bit. So got no problem with the Oppla's. But there's a Western couple ordering there. It's very quiet compared to the previous time I was there. I think they were swamped the previous time I was there. There's a whole group of Asian girls eating banh mi's actually seated there, and I don't think they were locals. So it's got a bit of a name with the tourist trade. So yeah, there's nothing wrong. As I say, I love the fact that they bake the bread on premise, so you get really fresh banh mi rolls. So that's a real bonus for me. Anyway, hopefully I'll get, like I say, get an hour or two shut-eye during the day and recharge the batteries. The intonations thing only starts at 6:30, so it's a pretty early night. Johan actually sent me a message just when I was going to sleep last night, about 10:05. So asking me whether I was out in the town. So he obviously was, but yeah, I think he can probably handle. He's about 10 years younger than me, so he can handle the grog a bit better. And yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'll catch up with him tonight, so that'll be good. Even if everybody else is boring as crap there. But I feel more relaxed going to an intonations do now. I've done it before, and I won't be intimidated at all, and I'll go and mingle and see how we go. Anyway, next thing is to get my coffee, get my cafe sewer, and I'll be happy. Well, not super happy, but happier. Never can function without sleep, unfortunately. Well, I had to go to the other coffee place, the one I didn't want to go to around the corner, because the woman was serving another customer. They're trying to do two businesses at once at the coffee place I usually go to, and that's just not on, because the guy had another query. She had a couple of customers dealing with other stuff. They need at least two people on there. They need someone that can race to and make a coffee if they need to. But anyway, so I went to the one around the corner. This is a weird arrangement at the office bar. Spiral steel. Come on. And here's the loo. There's only one toilet, so it's pretty full on. You got to use it when you've got it. Well, I finally had a half decent night's sleep. I've been sleeping really poorly. It's a little after 8, about 8:30. Don't know if it's the smartest time to go to the Thai Son place. It could be really crowded right now. I'll take the chance. I got up a bit early today, so I'll give it a go. Yesterday, I had a seafood lunch with Moon, and two things that are quite typical if you go and have lunch with a bar girl. This has happened twice to me now. And first thing is, don't expect them to be on time. They're always going to be late. She said she wanted to meet there at 11. It's just ridiculously early. I mean, she works till 2 a.m. and told me she didn't get to sleep till about 5 anyway, because she can't sleep when she gets back from work. And So there's no way she's ever going to make it there on time. And of course I did the right thing, got a grab bike there just before the place actually opened at 11, so I was there about 5 to 11 waiting there. She didn't show up until about 1/2 past, so I was I was so tired of just sort of waiting outside. I could have gone upstairs once the place had opened, I guess, and had a beer. So I was thinking about doing that, but decided to wait around, so at least you'd know where I was. That's the first thing I'd say. The first rule, you never expect them to turn up on time. I've gone out with a few ladies here and they're always, you can guarantee they'll be about at least quarter of an hour to half hour late. It's pretty standard. The other thing, if you're having something like seafood, let them order and don't bother ordering any food, because you won't need to. Chances are they will order more than enough for both of you. And that's what happened then. I actually ordered two other courses. I should have just not bothered. I could have done it later anyway. I'd say just play it by ear, and you'll find that there's probably more than enough food there in what they've ordered. And if I hadn't ordered the stuff I ordered, I would have cut my bill down to closer to what I expected, because it ended up being quite high. It would have cost me, it was 780, yeah, pretty high bill, 780,000 dong. And I could have cut that by a couple of hundred by just not ordering that extra food. So that was another tip I would make. Just let them go for it, because they're going to order more than enough food. There's courses there I didn't even know she'd ordered. Of course, they're doing it in Vietnamese, so how can I know? You're at a disadvantage. So that's another tip there for you, because that was a couple of hundred more than I expected. So there you go. But it was good food, I'll give you that. She ordered this thing called a flower crab, and that was really nice. And admittedly, she did break it up and give me the meats did that for me, so I didn't have to go and that's one thing I hate about seafood. You have to do all that work to get into the flesh. She did that for me, so. And you know, it was good company. It was quite a pleasant meal, but it was a banquet. It ended up being a banquet. I probably didn't need quite as much food as that. It is a quite reasonably priced place, so if you'd ordered that sort of quantity in an expensive place, it would have cost a lot more. So at least it kept it down to same levels. And of course, if I'd had the equivalent food in Australia, I'd hate to think what the price would be. So ended up being probably, when you think about it, we're having seafood, quite a large amount of seafood. It was about 45 bucks Australian equivalent. So that's for two people. That's pretty ridiculously cheap, isn't it? So I guess when it comes down to it, I've just set up a budget for living here at about 500,000 a day, and it may not be enough. I can actually draw on more. I've got a bit of money stashed away now. I've transferred over, so I can actually loosen the purse strings. One thing Moon did say though, she really likes cooking, and she said I should come over to her place. She shares with another girl, but she said she could I'd come over to her place and she'll make a meal for me. So that's nice of her. I don't think she's that mercenary compared to some, so she's not bad. But I just felt a bit. I also not only tired, I actually had really sore eyes. And again, that could be the air pollution is causing that. It's very bad irritation with my eyes, really puffy and itchy. And I'm starting to get that a little better than they were, but I've still got a bit of that now. I just don't know whether I can stay in central Saigon again. It may not be the healthiest option for me. I might have to look at alternatives like District 7 or even further out. We'll see. But yeah, it's knocking me about this time. So anyway, I'm going to go to Tai Son a bit to see how busy it is, because it's been absolutely packed. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, this is good. Yeah, it's a lot better at the moment. There's a lot less people here. We've got, Dragon gave me some tea today. I didn't ask for that. Don't know if I'm going to get charged for it, but it doesn't matter. Compared to what I paid yesterday, this is a bargain, so I'm not worried. Oh, that was very pleasant. That was the way it should be. It was like Tai Son was half full. Very pleasant. Not noisy. No one clearing their throats. The greens weren't wonderful, but there was enough of them anyway. There weren't as many of those shoots they usually break up. But I've still got plenty of greens in me, so. And getting the tea free of charge is really nice bonus. They do that to me occasionally. They've done that twice now, but only occasionally they gave me a hot tea once and they gave me a cold tea today. So that was very nice of them. I don't know if it's because I hadn't been there for a couple of days, which is unusual. I usually go every second day, but maybe the absence makes the heart go fonder. I don't know. You don't want to make the businesses feel they can always get you, you know. I don't know. But they're nice people there. I've never had a problem with it. At least they're pleasant. They're always smiling, and you don't get attitude, which is great. I'm thinking I might buy a couple of coffees from the other place just to make their day, because I missed them yesterday, so they won't miss out. I didn't get my coffee yesterday, so I'll have a double dose today, so it'll make the business owners happy, and it'll sate my desire for the caffeine, which I missed out on yesterday. So why not? It's about an extra 90 cents for me, big deal. I think I can handle that. That's not too bad this time of day. I might get off earlier. It seems to be the way to go. I have been getting up late. I've been waking up at about 7:30. Today I woke up just around 6. So I think that's the trick. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.